We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Ought to be a good one here between the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. As the season winds down, a pennant race comes to a head. Two division rivals face off next. Trent Ruiz will be on the mound for the series opener. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, it wasn't a great performance in his last start, but he did pitch well enough to earn the win. We'll see if he can turn in a little bit better performance in this one.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Eddie James. Watch is fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all three categories.
If you want to win the Triple Crown, you have to drive in a lot of runs, and this guy's done that. He's driven in several in the last 10 games.
Oh, break out the tape measure. That one is long gone. So a three-run blast to straightaway left, so he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate. And the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, Dero, you know, they say records are made to be broken, and what a monster year this guy's had.
Yeah, there it is, Dan. Most RBIs in one season. I can't begin to tell you as a former offensive player what that means. You want to put biscuits in the basket, runs scored in ribbies, and this guy's the best in the business right now.
All set for the start of the inning, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Eddie James.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some.
Oh, break out the tape measure. That one is long gone. A solo shot here to left, his second home run of the game, and it gives the Cubs a 4-2 lead.
Well, he's as hot as anybody in the game right now, hitting a homer yesterday and 2 more today. They need to rethink whatever strategy they're using to pitch to him because he's killing them.
Leading off the inning, Alan Bennett, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Next for Milwaukee, Connie Smalls, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
Reined in, and he is in there. Coming to the plate now, Trent Ruiz, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Ruiz.
0-1, here's the pitch. They do have him bunting with one away as he puts this one down. And they'll just tag him out along the first base line. Stepping into the box, Eddie James. 2 home runs in 2 at-bats so far and looking to add to that here.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at-bat is second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
First pitch coming. Here it is. On a line, that's a base hit into left field.
Every game the pitcher gets the lineup card, he circles the guy that can't beat him. Well, obviously he didn't circle this guy. That's his 3rd knock of the game, and he has been on fire lately.
Now at the plate, Brennan Davis. A hit in 2 tries so far.
The center fielder, Brennan Davis.
And here's the 3-2 from him. Grounded back up the middle. He's got it. One there. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step. Striding in once again, Christian Pache. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
Things not looking very good so far in this one. The middle innings, they're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this.
Eddie James will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his 2nd home run of the game as he was off to a fast start indeed. Left fielder looking up.
It is gone. Holy cow. Oh, my goodness. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
So a solo shot here to left center field, his 3rd home run of the ball game, and it's now an 8-6 ball game.
Well, if you would have told him when he woke up this morning that he was going to hit 3 home runs tonight, he would have thought he was dreaming. Well, it's a dream night, but he's wide awake.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Pinch hitting for the Brewers, number 3, Eduardo.
Slowly to first, scooped up, and he'll step on first himself for the out. So coming to the plate, Anthony McLeod. He's roped a couple of doubles in 3 trips to this point. The 3-2 pitch. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Green will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Brewers forced to settle for 1. 8th inning coming up. Brewers striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Eddie James. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here.
Talk about having a game of a lifetime. In his last at bat, he hit his 3rd home run of the game. You know, walking up to the plate right now.
Now here's a fly ball, well hit. Looking up is the right fielder, still going back.
And that one is gone.
A solo shot here to straightaway right field as they've taken a 1-run lead.
Well, there are good days, and then there are great days. When you hit 4 home runs in a game, I think you can say that's a great game. This has been incredible to watch.
Stepping in, Eddie James, and he's about as dangerous as they come. Without a doubt, he's one of the true icons in the sport today.
Punch up for us, kid. Here we go.
Looking good. No one better up there. Here you go.
Let it fly now.
And here's indication from the dugout of an intentional pass, and that will load the bases here and set up the force at the plate. Now at the plate, Brennan Davis. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. The little chopper back to the mound. They get the force at the plate. Return throw is in time, and what do you know? They do get the double play. So a big spot here, and stepping in, Kyron Paris, as he'll hit with the go-ahead run at 3rd and 2 away. That's wide, 2-0.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
2-1 the count.
Let's go.
Gets the sign, the 2-1. Soft liner to the left side. But little trouble handling this one down there at third, as that will end the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back to Friday night baseball. Now in the box, Alan Bennett has got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. This is hit to third. Will it be two? To second for one. Back to first, a double play. And we are heading to extra innings. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back to Friday night baseball on the show after this.
Wow, that was a fun one to watch. A great game for guys with the sticks, but for pitchers, not so much. A classic slugfest, and they walk away on top in the end.
A 12-11 final in this ball game. The Cubs posted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Alejandro Hernandez earns his third win of the year in relief. Adrian Morejon wraps it up for the save, his 41st of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. The Cubbies find themselves on an impressive 9-game winning streak. They'll try to push it into double digits next. Enrique Pinto, the Venezuelan left-hander, will be the man on the mound. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you can tell by this strikeout to walk ratio 2-to-1 that this guy is more a pitch to contact guy than a strikeout walk guy.
At the plate, Eddie James watches fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all 3 categories.
Winning the Triple Crown is really magical. Think about it. How many guys can hit for power, hit for average, and drive in runs? This guy's had a phenomenal season, and we're keeping our fingers crossed that he can win it.
Pinto has racked up over 800 innings in his big league career, and through those innings, he's posted a whip a little under 1.5. Certainly something he'd like to improve on.
Hey, get your pitch.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Driven deep at the wall. It is gone. So a solo shot down the line in left. So he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate as the Cubs are out in front now 2-0.
Boy, not the way you'd like to start a game, right? First inning, you come in, you give up 2 home runs. We'll see if he can regroup right here. It's not easy to sometimes come back from that.
Stepping up now, Eddie James. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
McLeod is there, and the side is retired. Cubs strand 1. They lead it 2-1.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Brewers, number 43, Len Laird.
Grounder to first. Fielded cleanly, and he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Alan Bennett, runner in scoring position with two gone.
Alan
A pause, and the 0. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. James is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Brewers forced to settle for one. We're through 5 here at the ballpark, and we are tied 2-2. Rafael Gonzalez will come on to make his 40th appearance this season.
Rafael Gonzalez.
Top half of the 6th about to get started, and next it'll be the fleet-footed first baseman, Eddie James. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. And he's going to make the catch. And he paid a big price for it, too, as he crashes headlong into the wall.
Absolutely jumped all over that fastball, and it might have been a home run if he had any elevation under it, but it was basically right at the outfielder.
Digging in now, Eddie James. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting it.
And a sliding attempt at first, but this sneaks by him, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, this guy is off to some kind of series, and he's one of the better road hitters in all of baseball.
Dan, some guys just have a knack for lighting it up on the road, getting that good night's sleep, and finding a way to get to the yard early and work on their craft.
Looped out towards short.
Come on, get down, slide,
And
slide.
the 2 out front will not come to pass as the inning.
Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with the victory and look on to the next one.
4-2 the final score today. The Brewers jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Rafael Gonzalez gets the win in relief, his 6th of the season. Afternoon baseball here on the show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. As the season winds down, a pennant race comes to a head. 2 division rivals face off next. Miguel Vargas gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, it just goes to show you how tough it is to pitch in today's game. This guy has a career ERA over 5. At times he can be good, and at times he can be really, really bad. It'll be interesting to see which guy shows up in this one here today.
Stepping up to the plate, Eddie James watches fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all 3 categories.
It's really hard to put together one of those monumental seasons. This guy's got a shot at the triple crown, hitting well over 300 in his last 10 games.
Shoots this one over to first. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
Come on, get down, get down.
And he's safe. And he will add yet another game to his incredible hitting streak as it now reaches even further into the stratosphere.
You know, D-Roll, I don't know if this thing's ever going to end. This guy's been raking now for almost 2 months, and he's swinging the bat just as good now as when this streak started, to start it off with his first base hit.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's coming out of it anytime soon. I wonder the pitcher that would create such a tough matchup for this guy.
Not nearly in time as he took that one on the pitcher. So he swipes second successfully, but you have to wonder now if that might actually end up taking the bat out of the hands of one of their better hitters.
Well, that's a good point, Matt, but I'd be a little surprised if that's the case. It's still early and the game is tied, so that would be a pretty cautious move to pitch around him here or just walk him flat out.
De La Rosa has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And the throw comes into third, but it's not in time, and it'll be scored a sac fly and an RBI.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
Now batting, Kyron Paris. And a great chance here for the Cubbies to add on in just the first inning. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Cubs lead it 1-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, Eddie James. He reached on a single in his first try.
Find a gap, kid. Find a gap.
From the belt, kicks and deals. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Wait for your pitch up there.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. 3 runs already home here.
See it up. Drive it like you can. Let's go.
Drilled right back up the middle, and the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. And now he has some trouble with it in center.
Go get it out of the ocean.
So a struggle that time for him in center field, and as a result he'll be tagged with the E8 on the play. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Brennan Davis, batting .300 for the series, 3 for 10. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. The tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that the side is retired. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate in scoring 5. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Cubs 6 and the Brewers nothing.
Right guy, right spot.
Digging in and looking for more, Eddie James. Couple of singles to his credit thus far.
Hey, come on now, one time, right here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Pache is under this one.
Goodbye, home run.
So it's a solo shot to dead center. So he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Man, you could see the center fielder tracking the ball the entire way. He thought he had it, and he might tell you he should have had it, but he just couldn't bring it back into the yard. Sometimes it's a game of inches, folks.
So stepping in, Ken Varquette, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. The first baseline. He's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We're through 6 full. The Cubs are on top 10-2.
Come on, big guy.
7th inning ready to roll, and next it'll be the switch hitting first baseman, Eddie James. Now here it comes. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game.
You could tell he was thinking fastball all the way here, and that's exactly what he got. He was able to get the bat head out front and pull it into the gap in the right center. Now they're set up pretty nicely for a good inning after that leadoff double.
Now to the plate, Brennan Davis. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. And now the runner's trying for third. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. He's in at second safely. As also on the play, a run comes across to score. Making his way to the plate, Eddie James. And we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field.
Adios, pelota.
So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. His second of the game as the blowout continues. Well, they've got the elevate and celebrate thing working in this one, guys. That was their 4th big fly of the game.
Matty V, D-Row, I don't know what you think. Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
14-2 the final score in this one. Chicago jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Lincoln Cole earns his 12th victory in the ball game. Miguel Vargas only completed 2 innings and is charged with the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Time of the ball.